This Saturday, August 31st, will mark the 3-year anniversary of Purpose in the Youth podcast. It amazes me how fast time can fly by when you are head down, focused and putting in that work day after day, trying to build your baby into a monster. Since the jump, I've treated this project as if my back was against the wall and the only direction I could move was forward. The mindset was, there is no option B. We will find a way to make this work. If we rewind back to the weeks leading up to the first episode, the summer of 2016, I was scared shitless. The word content did not yet exist in my vocabulary. I had never openly put myself in front of a camera to create vlogs. The idea of sharing my story with the world seemed ludicrous. Who the hell is going to care what this bearded man from Massachusetts has to say, is what I thought. I had just graduated from college with no game plan of what to do next. I had friends around me in the process of chasing their passion projects. I was interested in possibly creating a podcast. I love people and I sure enjoyed to talk a lot. Everything was pointing me in the direction to start this damn thing. I listened to the world and said, let's run it. What do we really have to lose? Since the launch, I've released 143 episodes, 4 group episodes, 17 solo podcasts, 4 What They Don't See episodes, 42 behind the bearded scenes, launched the Bearded Man University, attempted numerous other ideas, and uploaded a total of 323 videos to my YouTube channel, with an average of 2 pieces of content a week since August of 2016, all funded driving full-time as an Uber driver. I think it's safe to say the Bearded Man has been doing his best. I could potentially write a New York Times bestseller book, keyword potentially, with the amount of lessons I've learned along the way, but the one that stands out the most to me is the importance of going all in on something we really want. It's easy to write down a goal and imagine the feeling of emotions that would rush through our body when and if we crossed off that item. It could be traveling to Europe, buying our first home, starting up a business, or anything really. Excitement, joy, and a big old smiles on our face just thinking about it. But when it comes to showing up and actually putting in the work, it becomes all that less attractive. The process of going all in truthfully is ugly. The sacrifices of missing time spent with family and friends begins to add up. The daily mental roller coaster ride of that voice in our head trying to convince us to give up never seems to end. The never-ending struggle of trying to make enough money to pay our bills, grow that savings account, invest and fund our passion projects, and still have a little left over to live life seems nearly impossible at times. Then you have the days when you just don't feel like doing anything except being a couch potato, but you know there's work to be done. So what do? You slug 2 cups of coffee and tell yourself it's time to work. Nobody sees any of this except for us. We are the ones living and breathing the process on a daily basis. So what does it take to go all in? It's rather simple. Discipline. Having the mindset there is no option B. I have to do this. This is our number 1 priority, and we'll do whatever is necessary to make it happen. There is no time for excuses. Consistency. Doing something over a long period of time is the only way to get better. There's no cheat code or secret formula. We need to stay consistent and believe that things will work itself out with time. Patience. We need to toss out this idea of overnight success and be in it for the long term. Nothing great was built in a day, and therefore we need to find love in the process. 1 to 3 small wins a day is what we need to aim for. Self-belief. We have to be our biggest hype man, our number 1 supporter. Of course, people are going to have opinions about what we choose to do with our lives, but it is our responsibility to stay the course, to stick to what we really want, regardless of what they might have to say. Work ethic. We don't need to be the smartest or brightest bulb in the box or the one with the most money in our pocket. We just need to be willing to outwork the competition. Health. We need to prioritize both our mental and physical health. Our bodies are our vehicles, and so long as we take great care of it, we'll be able to operate at our highest potential on a daily basis. Willingness to learn. We need to come to the realization that there will always be room for improvement. There never truly is an end destination. It's just a constant work in progress of learning, adjusting, and moving forward. Sacrifices. We need to accept that sacrifices will need to be made in order to get what we really want. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But that's what makes us us. We're willing to do whatever it takes to get what we want. Responsibility. If things don't go according to plan, we're not going to point the finger at anyone but ourselves. We can't control the decisions or actions of other people. We can only control how we react to them. Gratitude. We need to be grateful for every small win that moves us forward, for every setback that teaches us a lesson that will improve us for the future, for every person that cheers us on along the way. We no longer take little things for granted. We are appreciative of the highs and lows. The list continues, but these are what I believe to be the 10 most important aspects of of going all in and sticking to the plan. Much easier said than done, but is it possible? Absolutely. Take it from someone who just 3 years ago had this idea to start a podcast, who had no creative background or idea what he was doing, wasn't guaranteed to meet anyone that I've met, I wasn't guaranteed that this would work. I wasn't guaranteed anyone would care to listen. And I for sure wasn't guaranteed that anyone would care to be part of it. I believed in myself and gave myself no backup plan. I chose to go all in. Life is short, it's filled with incredibly beautiful moments, but also filled with dark times as well. I'm not here to tell any of you how to live your life. I'm simply here to share and document how I choose to live mine. Deep down inside, you know exactly what you want. I think it'll be easier looking back 10, 20 years from now knowing you at least went for it rather than regret not going for it at all. Place your bets on yourself and go all in.
The number one regret that people have at the end of their life, 76% of people feel this way, is not living my ideal self. So not living the life that I wanted, living the life that other people wanted for me, or the life that I think other people want for me. 76% of people die with that regret, not being themselves. That is so fucked. Like that, no one should feel like that.
Yeah.
Right? So I hope that more people get into the 24%, right? Which is the minority of people getting to the end of life feeling, content. I did it. I feel like I did the thing that I needed to do, or the little things that I need to do. By the way, it doesn't mean that you have to make your living doing those things, right? You just need to take time and prioritize that time and do the small things that are important to you, so that when you consult your future self down the road, like think about yourself on your deathbed, that's an easy way to make decisions when you are at a crossroads. Will my future self regret not doing this? If yes, you have to do it.